Hi then, já vás vítám zpět u Chernobylite. Skončili jsme přímo tam, kde minule, což bylo, že jsme udělali pár věcí pro... no vlastně pár věcí ne, protože málo se stalo prakticky. Navštívila mě zase jenom má snoubenka, šel jsem zpátky tam do těch paneláků, se podívat na jejich byteček už po třetí. A pak jsme našli jsme unesli kozlova a nakonec jsme ho zabili. A teraz Olga chce, abych našel, nebo získal nějaký její prášek. Black Stalker? Jebene? Už slyším tu obratku. Kolem mého krku.
Watch out for those bastards, Igor. I heard on the radio that they're sending more troops to Red Forest.
No skvěle. Zdravím.
Where do you think you're going?
Don't shoot. I'm friendly.
Friendly my ass. Turn around and keep walking until you disappear.
Why so hostile? I helped you guys out, remember? I need to speak with Matvey.
Did you now? Olga's gone and Kostya is missing. Probably because of you. Some help.
I really need this dust. Maybe we can work out some kind of arrangement.
No can do. There's too much going on right now. Kostya and Matvey are both gone. I don't give a toss about Kostya, but Matvey is a different story. At least we know what happened to our kin. Fucking NAR bastards.
Look, I need the white powder.
White powder, eh? And you're a cokehead too. We don't do drugs round here. We live healthy, clean lives.
Now, wait a minute.
Just kidding. I know what you mean. The answer's no.
Fajne.
Okay, I'll be going now.
Good idea. Make yourself scarce, friendo.
Did you hear that? Can you talk to this guy?
Talking to this half-wit is a waste of time.
Any suggestions?
We go to the cemetery. At least that's what we call it. Matvey used to visit there from time to time. Maybe you'll find him there. Or Kostya.
A nebo oba. Nebo oba.
Jesus. This isn't really a cemetery, is it? It looks more like a mass grave.
I know, but it gives this awful place a kind of dignity, doesn't it? NAR used to dump bodies here. Phosphorus, slaked lime. In time, it'll burn everything up. I found my mom there, what's left of her.
What? Why didn't you tell me? Any other secrets you'd like to share?
I didn't want you to know about this place, until now. Besides, everyone has secrets. The only question is, how harmful are they?
I'll check the bones, if you don't mind.
Clue discovered. Bone. Jak to reaguje spolu? Huh.
Unbelievable. Is it possible they were telling the truth?
What's going on?
Remember when I told you about Chernobylite being a giant turtle that supports the Earth? It could be true. Well, at least partially.
What do you mean?
It seems to be organic. Moreover, it shows signs of basic cognitive functioning. To put it plainly, it learns. That's why it avoids the lye and phosphorus. Incredible. That explains why the shadows won't touch it. I have no idea how Matvey came up with this, but he hit the jackpot.
You can tell me the rest when you get back. Bring the dust.
Jasné, až to najdu.
Ty
Ty kurvo, jak jsem si tě zlekl.
Well, it's understandable in a way. You're constantly interfering in
Neříkej mi, že ty jsi Matvej.
You're the wild card of the zone. There's no telling if you'll end up on the side of the heroes or the rats.
You're talking gibberish.
Gibberish.
Think I don't know you've been talking to Semenov? Perhaps even Kozlov? Who else, I wonder? But your little gang of misfits and rejects has no idea you're playing both sides.
How do you...
You really are naive, aren't you, Igor? Like a lost little boy. That big brain of yours still can't comprehend what's really going on. Perhaps you're not so special after all.
Rat? Why did he call you a rat, Mousy?
They're using you, and you can't even see it. Did you ever think to stop running everyone's errands for 5 minutes and ask yourself why you're here? Why you're really here?
Jak vážně já jdu najít svou ženu?
Chernobylite is messing with your mind. Listen, I never sold anyone out. Someone sent me a picture of Tatiana, and I saw her in my dreams. She called out for me to find her.
You're a goddamn liar. She would never. No. You don't belong here.
Neříkej mi, že ty se zamiloval do Tatiany, že ona se ti též zjevila a zamiloval ses do ní.
Semenov used a photograph to lure you here, to get you to mess with my plans. He made you his puppet, whether you realize it or not.
Reveal who he is. Jsem nepracoval ale s NR.
I was never anyone's puppet, neither Semenov's nor Kozlov's. Besides, why do you even care? They're your pals, aren't they? You're as much a part of NAR as they are. You work together on Chernobylite.
Yet again you show off your profound ignorance, as if it was something to boast about.
Hlavně, že mluvil z jeden z těch vědců a mu přinese nějaké věci.
Nothing about Tatiana. Or perhaps it's not simple ignorance. Yes. Perhaps it's something intentional. You've been its unwitting tool this whole time. How could I not have seen it? It's gotten into you, manipulated you from the inside, compelled you to act out its will. You think you control Chernobylite, but in fact, it controls you, your emotions and wishes, your feeble hopes. You've been its slave all along.
Já to ale neovládám. Částečně.
And they don't involve you. Not yet, anyway.
Takže mě potřebuješ živého.
Not today. You can thank her for that. But I can't make any promises about.
O co, že ten Black Stalker je vlastně Igor, ale z jiné dimenze.
I sincerely hope I never see you again, Igor.
Wow. Bring the dust. No a nic jiného tu není, takže... Se ho musím vrátit zpět.
So it was you. It has been you this whole time.
What the hell are you talking about? I've put up with your crap long enough. I think it's time we had a conversation.
Oh, yes. Definitely, Igor. Or should I call you son of the Rat King?
This is nonsense. Every day you're seeing ghosts and talking shit. And now this. How is anyone supposed to take you seriously, Tarakan?
It's Sergei.
What?
My name is Sergei. I remember now.
Ha, Sergei.
The Rat King has always been with me, for as long as I can remember. I accepted it as my life's calling. The mission to hunt him down, expose him, prevent the end of the world. But I never truly knew why. It was almost like I was born in this place, destined to wander the marshes and woods. Except that I wasn't born here. I was reborn.
I don't follow.
I always felt there was something hidden inside of me. A terror scratching at my soul from the inside. But there was no way for me to grasp it. It was too deep to reach it. But when I heard the Black Stalker talking to you, talking about Tatiana, everything came back to me. Just like that.
You're saying you lost your memory somehow, and now it came back? Is that it?
It was like a dam bursting. A flood of... I'm still trying to figure out what it all means.
Huh.
I remember my childhood in a monastery
Zajímavé.
far, far away from here. My father was an Orthodox priest. My mother, a devout, God-fearing woman. She would tell me bedtime stories about the approaching apocalypse. About the king of rats who will rise from the underground and herald the end of the world. I remember my daring escape from that haunted place. My studies at Leningrad Polytechnica. The KGB seeking me out for my natural talents in mathematics and electronics.
You were the KGB? Who are you really? I wonder if maybe you just finally lost it, old man.
Hardly. I'm more lucid now than I've been in decades. I was assigned to the Duga project. I didn't know what it was at the time. When I found out, well, I raised some objections. I remember Tatiana. We both paid the price for trying to expose them. My former colleagues pumped me full of psychedelics and had me locked away in a mental institution. The things they did to me, unimaginable. Electroshock, LSD, massive doses of psilocybin. Sergei Vasiliev was gone, drooling and shitting himself in a padded cell. When I finally woke up, I was Tarakan, the holy warrior sworn to combat the forces of the Rat King.
I'm sorry, Tara. Yes, Sergei. But this all sounds a bit...
I can't trust you anymore, Igor. The Chernobylite is in you now. I can't even be sure I'm actually talking to you, or to this thing.
Neříkejte mi, že on zdrhne.
Now you're really talking crazy. We don't really know what this thing is. And besides, it influences everyone, even you.
This is different. What that Black Stalker said about Chernobylite, and you confirmed it yourself today at the mass grave. It's a living thing, a beast with 1,000 of faces. You are one of those faces.
Please, listen.
Super, takže Tarakan zdrhne.
I'm done listening. All this time I've been searching for a man. But Chernobylite is the Rat King, and you are its lackey. It manipulated you to come to the zone. Semenov may have sent you the picture of Tatiana, but it was Chernobylite that brought you here.
What are you talking about? I kept dreaming about Tanya, and...
Ask yourself, were you dreaming? Or was the Chernobylite perhaps dreaming you? Who are you really, Igor? What are you? I pity you, Igor. I'm leaving now, but this isn't over yet. You are an abomination. I cannot let you roam free.
No to je skvěle, ty kokot. Jak ne Olga, tak pičo Tarakan. No, Sergej. Vše, i když... Já nevím, co s tímhle, s tím prozkomáváním. Jestli to má být ta simulace, co mám v igrové místnosti, tak... Nevím. Jestli to je nějaké bugle nebo cosík. To fakt nevím. Ale prostě dál s tímhle jsem nějak nepokročil, jako. Ale vypadá to, že mám akorát dost lidí. Tak nic. Ale kde já seženu ty vole, ty informace? Podle mě to je bugle jak zmrt. Bo tu mám fakta 4 ze 4. Důkazy 7 ze 7. A mám simulaci splněnou. Oho, já můžu vlastně... No já jsem idiot! Nehorázný! Já jsem toto vůbec neviděl nahoře. Ale no mám tady jeden. Woman in red dress, a to mi chybí jeden ten. Ale mohu udělat Web of Lies. Web of Lies, tak, Run Simulation, yes. Tak jo. Co mě tu čeká?
Yes, comrade. We think that this subject could be the key. Patient Zero. Yes. She was pregnant. Only a couple of weeks. Yes, we were surprised too. No, she won't tell us who the father is. Based on the intel that our friends in the KGB provided us with, we've got 2 possible candidates. Unfortunately, one of them is already dead.
A ten druhý je kdo? To by mě zajímalo, kde je ten druhý. Ono to tak vypadá, že ještě pár partů asi bude.
Absolutely, comrade. We've taken every precaution to make sure that Amelieva and her child are safe and sound. We're very curious too. We could be on the brink of something big here. Yes, I will keep you
Moment,
posted.
Amelieva.
Dear God, Tanya? She was with child? Our child? And she was this patient zero. They were using her for their experiments from the start.
Tak asi víme, kdo je, asi je táta, když ten jeden je mrtvý a ten druhý jsem já. To je v prdeli, já se toto rozvídám až teď. Vězenská cela.
My little bird. My little sweetheart. Soon you will see the blue sky, the meadows. You will hear the sound of the ocean. Smell the pine trees. Feel the sunlight on your face. You're a very special boy. You have a bright future ahead of you. I want you to go far, far away from here and be happy.
No to je v prdeli.
Don't be afraid. I will always be close to you. In your heart, in your deepest memories, find me there.
It's time. We have to hurry.
I love you, my sweetheart. Your mommy loves you very, very much. Now go.
Tanya was kept prisoner here. And her child. Did someone take it away from her?
Semenov, podle mě Semenov. KGB sends a division.
Yes, this is regrettable. My men are looking into it.
Regrettable? It's a fucking disaster. How could you let this happen? If someone finds out...
Mind your tone, comrade. I was fighting in Afghanistan when you were still pissing in your underwear. Now the boy suffered from acute autism. Couldn't even speak. My bet is he's probably lying in a ditch somewhere.
To je skvělé, ty pičo. Úchvatné.
However, he couldn't have escaped on his own. Someone helped him.
Are you saying it was an inside job?
It's too soon for definite conclusions, but yes, I would say so.
So, it must be a spy, a CIA asset.
You KG people see spies everywhere. That probably explains why your arrest records are so high. Saddam is on the brink of invading Kuwait. I'm sure the CIA has more pressing problems than your research. No, this is not the CIA. This is someone closer to home. Don't worry. I intend to find out who.
Look, General, I'm sorry I spoke out of turn before. I really do appreciate your work. You are vital to our efforts. The Duga project and our research, it could be bigger than nuclear weapons, bigger than even the space wars.
Já jsem beze slov. Úplně beze slov. Léním?
A lot is at stake here, even the future of the motherland. I already spoke with some of the party members, and
Let me be frank with you, comrade. The Soviet Union is falling apart at the seams, and I don't think anything can prevent that from happening. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen enough to know that this, Chernobylite, on the other hand, could be the key to our future. We all have to do whatever's necessary to prepare for it.
So, Tanya had a boy, and he escaped. Was it mine? God, if it was, I can't. Compose yourself, Igor. Looks like the KGB was trying to expedite the Chernobylite experiments. Maybe they were even hoping that the findings would prolong the life of the Soviet Union. Clearly, they didn't succeed.
Tak to je teda informace. Zjistit v nějaké dimenzi, že jsi otec. Když on ani neví, jestli to je jeho otec, že to je jeho dítě. Třeba to je dítě toho druhého. Black Stalker. Tak jo. V té elektrárně si myslím.
Listen, Georgi, I know what I'm doing, but there's no going back now.
I know, my dear friend. It's just that we lost such a brilliant mind that terrible night. I'm afraid of losing you, too, all over some romantic squabble.
Tak asi Boris je mrtvý. Podle mě. Že to ten milostný trouhelník a s tím, že byli dva jakoby...
And this misunderstanding also cost you your good looks.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. No more distractions, you hear me?
Oh yes, of course. I'm very happy to hear that it's all in the past now.
Že ti borci, co byli jakoby ve vztahu s tou Tatianou, je právě Boris a Igor.
Good. So let's get to it. I would like to see some results as soon as possible. We both know that she's the key. We've wasted enough time already.
All right. Just don't do anything rash, please. We need to follow the proper protocols.
So my dear friend Boris worked with Semenov even after the Chernobyl disaster. I wonder what happened to his face. And Tanya is the key. The key to what? Gah, more secrets. I've got to keep digging.
Medical
Your
laboratory.
trials were too aggressive, my friend. I told you that you were using too much, didn't I? I told you. You're lucky you didn't end up brain dead like the others. But here we are. Boris is dead.
Já to věděl.
Dead this time. There's no reason to pretend otherwise now. I suppose I should have seen this coming. The mental projections you told me about, the visions, they've been building for some time. To be honest, I just thought that your hallucinations meant you were losing your mind. Prolonged exposure to Chernobylite often causes psychosis and hysteria, after all. Why, I've seen the test subjects babbling about Cthulhu, or wanting to save the world from rats.
Oj.
You really did it, my friend. You crossed the Rubicon. You achieved something that no one has ever achieved before. Well, except her. But she has a different purpose. You will be the first of your kind. You will help me bring about a new era of human evolution.
You will help me reach the stars. Forget your past. Forget your pathetic personal involvements. Distractions. Foolish distractions for the weak. Wasting your time seeking validation from others, but not anymore. You don't need any of that going forward. You're to be my right hand in the days to come. It's time to drop your old mask and don a new one. Time to become what you were always meant to be.
Takže Boris je Night Stalker.
Wake up soon. We've got plenty to do, you and I.
So it was Boris all along. He started the Chernobylite trials on himself and became the Black Stalker. Dear God.
I've told you everything you need to know, General. What seems to be the problem?
The problem? That's what you're calling it. Look, I won't even pretend to understand what you and your lab monkeys are doing down there. And I wouldn't care if I did. What I do care about is this facility and the safety of my men. So the next time you decide to rush an experiment that can potentially release a bunch of fucking monsters into the world, please tell me beforehand so I have time to devise a strategy.
First off, the shadows are key to our research. They are hybrids that... You know what? I won't bother you with details that you won't be able to understand anyways.
Takže Semenov mluvil pravdu.
Actually, no, I'm responsible to the board, not to you, Kozlov. Your job is to safeguard this operation, not lecture me on things you will never come close to understanding. In fact, the board wants you to cooperate closely, very closely, with my right-hand man. I would like you to familiarize him with all of our security protocols.
Who? The freak in the black mask? You want to tell me who the hell he is? I like to know who I'm working with.
If you need a name, call him what the rest of your men call him, the Black Stalker. One last thing, I know you don't share my views on the future prospects of this organization. But don't even think about throwing in the towel. If we fail, there will be hell to pay for both of us. There is no walking away now.
So the NAR is somehow responsible for creating shadows. Or at least releasing them into the world. And Boris, the Black Stalker, is also involved in NAR security.
Zajímavé a překvapivé. Když mě to mohlo dojít trošlinku, že Boris je ten Black Stalker, ale popravdě... Popravdě jsem na něho zapomněl. Popravdě jsem na Borisa zapomněl. Tak, a woman in red dress. Run simulation.
You're absolutely sure about that, Professor Semenov?
It's the only logical explanation. How else would Amelieva's gamma brainwaves be able to interact with Chernobylite if it wasn't at least partially sentient? And what about the gate?
Some advanced form of telekinesis.
That's not a sufficient explanation, not by a long shot.
But if what you're saying is true, that would mean that the wormholes are... No, that is impossible.
Why impossible? Think about it. Just because we've never seen an organism powerful enough to create, withstand, or even direct the exotic energy found near black holes doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
So these fractal tunnels, they're also organic. So we're what? Traveling through the veins of a giant multi-dimensional Moby Dick?
Right now, thanks to his trials, only the Black Stalker is. And if you like to play with metaphors, I would say more like a giant multi-dimensional squid.
And that would make the shadows, what? Some kind of external white blood cells?
Velice překvapivé, já jsem doslova beze slov. Wow. No tak to se podívajme na toto.
I quite like that theory. They are here to nourish the main host and protect it from intruders and diseases.
Us?
Most of us, yes.
Shadows emerged through the unstable gate, so you don't think it was retaliation or an invasion?
No. I would rather call it the reaction of an organism that was attacked by something foreign.
By foreign, you mean our test subjects? So shadows are some sort of antibodies?
Exciting, isn't it? And Amelieva is like the correct protein, the conduit. She can communicate with the beast, but the beast can also speak through her.
I've seen what happened to subjects who were exposed to Chernobylite. Getting some FaceTime with this must be unsettling.
No to teda jo.
What do you care? Our names will go down in the history books next to Newton and Einstein.
Of course, Professor Semonov. This is all worth it.
Jo, by v nějaké
Chernobylite
knížce.
is some kind of sentient, multi-dimensional organism. And Tanya can communicate with it. This is... I can't even wrap my head around this.
Jako popravdě, kdo by si nad tím lamal hlavu?
It's been so long, my love. Why can't I hear you anymore? Since you gave birth to the boy and fell into a coma. You used to visit me in my dreams. I miss our conversations. I miss you, Tanya. Sometimes, I think I lost my way in all this. Lost myself.
No, ztratil ses. A co když je to dítě Borisovo?
We both made so many sacrifices, and now I'm not even sure what awaits us at the end of this road. But this is our only chance to be together. You cannot lose hope now. Please, just let Semenov have what he wants. Give it to him, and then we can have each other.
Poor bastard. It seems his delusion keeps him going. But I need to focus. I have to find out what Tanya is supposed to give to Semenov.
It's fascinating, Professor Semenov, really. But I'm here to discuss business, not scientific curiosities. Our investors need to see a return on their investment.
You don't need to worry about that. It can be monetized in ways they can't even imagine.
No to si rád poslechnu teda.
But that's just the thing. These people don't like surprises. They want to know precisely what to expect. New types of weapons, medicine, a new means of transportation?
All of that, and more. You can tell your precious investors that the millions they're pouring into our project will come back to them as billions.
And what about the Duga radar? It's been drawing all kinds of unnecessary attention over the years. These dark tourists and those damn stalkers.
It has served its purpose. You can scrap it and make razors for all I care. We've got Amelieva now. She's the ultimate conduit. What we have in the works right now, it will transform the NAR into the biggest conglomerate in the world. It's going to be $1 trillion business. We will use Amelieva to stabilize the gate to another world, the Chernobylite's world. And once we are able to travel there, this will be a revolution unlike anything humanity has ever witnessed.
Ale taká síla tě může jí hryznout do prdele.
An ontological shock.
Ontolo what? Never mind. Okay, as long as you find a safe way of putting a dollar sign on it, you've got the permission of the board. But, you know, just keep your feet on the ground, okay, Professor? We're here to make money, not destroy the world or cause shocks of any kind.
I've got it all under control. Everything is in place, and our patient zero is ready.
Dear God, so that's what Semenov needs Tanya for? Stabilizing a wormhole? A gate to the origin of Chernobylite. I need to get to the power plant and find her fast, before he can carry out this insane plan. Who knows what can happen to her, or to the world? I've got to make a plan, and move fast.
A tam já právě udělám ty změny v tom časovém prostoru. A to poměním tak, aby každý byl jakž tak spokojen. Zabiju toho starého zmrda Semenova a pak udělám ten heist ve finálním partu. A ne, samozřejmě propustím toho Kozlova a nenechám ho zabít. Protože tvrdě pravdu. Je čas proměnit minulost. Nechám... A takže to byli ti NAR vojáci.
You went to the NAR base and confronted Georgy Semenov about his involvement and you believed his... Go ahead and change the time.
I don't care about the future. I care about the truth.
Igor, please.
I will ask you one.
Igor, please.
You want to learn about...
All right. Tanya is in the... Listen to me, Igor.
Shut your...
You can't.
Don't do it. You won't hurt anyone.
I see I was wrong about you. You're an insect just... You will never save Tatiana.
Olivierovi se to líbit nebude. To je ono. To je nějaký
Blackstalker accused you of being an NAR... Let's rearrange the time.
I told you to return to the UK. There's no...
You're talking...
You said that you're...
How do you...
You perhaps...
What?
They're using why you're...
You're insane. Listen,
You're a goddamn lie.
it's the truth.
You're delusional. Semenov used he made you.
You underestimate me, old friend. Yes, I know it's you, Boris. What happened to you? We had our differences back in the day, but we were also good friends. The three of us. Tatiana has always been the most important person in my life. That's true. But that doesn't mean I don't care about anyone else. About my friends.
Friends? Sure, Boris and Igor, bosom comrades to the end. Cross my heart and all that. It's really bizarre to see you claiming something that doesn't belong to you. If only you knew.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but I don't care. I will find Tatiana. If I have to go through you to do so, I will.
You're not lacking in courage, Igor. But courage without knowledge is indistinguishable from stupidity. Do you understand what you're up against? I know you talked to those half-wits in my lab. Their indiscretion cost them their lives, by the way.
You killed them for telling me that crazy theory of yours? That Chernobylite is an organism so powerful it can produce singularities and wormholes inside its own multi-dimensional body?
Believe what you want. But how do you hope to challenge such power if you can't even defeat me? You're so far out of your depth.
That was impressive, what you did back there. You faced a monster and survived. You two have history, right? Damn.
Thanks.
But keep your eyes on the prize, okay?
Sashko will like this.
Praise the great rat catcher in the...
Yes.
Don't worry. I could never believe that you were the Rat King. Or even a lesser rat. You have it now. We know exactly what we're up against. Listen to me, Igor.
Tak a Tarakan je se mnou konečně, tak? Ale zabít toho...
You brought Koslov in for group interrogation.
Co?
You brought Koslov in for group interrogation. After you met with Koslov in his office, you decided to kidnap Koslov and create. You met with Koslov in his office. You brought Koslov. Let's try again with this particular.
So,
Surprised.
is my sadly.
I don't like...
You should be. What about perhaps Sash?
Are we done?
You seem.
I know it.
What am I? I have a net so.
Your Neff? Tell me about.
He's 10. I don't, but it's simply.
Do not. How do I enter that?
You'll play.
You've got again.
Don't be.
I don't care. Do you know where we?
No.
We are current. This tunnel is.
Ah.
Do you? You will never.
I can see that.
Are you ready to?
The call is.
Thank you. What to do with you?
It's too dangerous.
I want to ask him.
He's mine. He's just a tool. Do not.
I'm not a murderer. I've only ever killed when I had no other choice.
Thank you.
You have to leave. Otherwise.
All I care about is my nephew.
Tak. Kozlov je pryč. Co ty? Jo, to jsou v pohodě. Ale nehraju, že ta hudba už nehraje, takže... Nevím, proč nehraje hudba, ale dost mě to děsí. No, ne, že děsí. Spíš jsem taky, no... Nevím, nepříjemné to je také. Tak. Kurde. Tak. The Refuge, ráno. A máme něco nového? Rádio, že by? Ne, Tarakan tu je, super. A všichni tu jsou, a jak jsme na tom. A máme 5 z 5, máme i 5 z 5 vole u Tools a Investigations, je to všechno v pohodě, čili já to tady utnu a v příštím a doufám posledním partu uděláme ten heist. Čili doufám, že jste si toto video užili, pokud na hotele, pokud ne dislike, pokud jste nový, tak hoďte odběr, okomentujte, pozdílejte, to záleží na vás hlavně, ale mějte se a čau.